Baby, you a masterpiece. God took his time on you. Always on my mind, but I'd rather have my mind on you. Beauty is defined on you. Perfectly designed on you. If you see your flaws, let this play and rewind.
Hey you guys, it's your girl ShortSide, and I'm back with another video for you all today. If you are new here, I am Brae. I create lifestyle, travel, and beauty content. Sometimes we talk about Jesus, sometimes I crack a corny joke, but if you like stuff like that, go ahead and hit subscribe and turn those notification bells on just so you don't miss any of my videos. As you saw from the last two videos that I posted, I just got back from Jamaica a couple of weeks ago, and I wanted to make a separate video to talk all about my travel experience with Jamaica and also my stay at the Excellence Oyster Bay. I'm not going to take too much time prefacing. I'm going to get straight on into the video so y'all can get the information that y'all came here for. I was in Jamaica from November 29th through December 4th of 2023. I flew from Atlanta straight into Montego Bay on a non-stop Delta Airlines flight, because y'all know I'm a Delta Airlines girl. That's all y'all gonna catch me on. Just so you know, the customs situation getting into the airport is a mess. I believe the airport is called Sangster International, but it's the Montego Bay Airport. So prior to arrival, they stress that you need to fill out a C5 form, which is basically the immigration form. And so you fill that out online way before you get there. There's a link to fill that out. So you think that everything will kind of be taken care of since you filled this form out that they stressed prior to arriving, but that's not the case. When you arrive, you're going to have to stand in line to fill out a kiosk. I will say it did make it easier that I filled out the form prior to going to that kiosk, because once I scanned my passport information, everything that I filled out online came up. But it's still very frustrating that that's a step that you have to do. So you fill out the form and then you wait in this very long line. If you watched Jamaica part 1, you saw at the beginning of the video that really long line. That line wrapped around so many times, and it wasn't the fact that you had to wait in a line. The frustrating part was once you got to the front of the line, there was a woman standing at the front of the line, and all she did was take that paper that we got from the kiosk, rip it, and say we could go. So I think it was frustrating because why were we in that line? What was the purpose of it? Especially since y'all stressed that we had to fill out this C5 form. But that's not all. Once we got through there, we still had to find our bags. And the way that they had the bags set up was crazy. I felt like we went on a wild goose chase for our bags, and none of the bags were on the belt. All the bags were just kind of in the middle of the floor, and you had to like search for your bag. So that was another thing. And then after we found our bags, we had to wait in another line, which was actually the customs line. So I have no idea what that first line was for to begin with, because then we stood in a customs line and did the typical answering the questions and taking our picture, whatever. That whole process took about an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour. So that's how we got into Jamaica. I did see a lot about this Club Mobe thing. So there is basically, you can pay to basically skip all of that. And from what I understand, somebody will be waiting for you right at your gate and just make sure you skip the whole customs line, everything. But I also think that's kind of crazy that that's even a thing, because you know your customs line and your airport is not like super organized, and you're capitalizing off of that and charging extra to skip the line. I think that's crazy. However, if I do find myself back in Montego Bay, I probably will pay for the Club Mobe, because that's how bad the customs line and just everything was. That's exactly how bad it was. Now I'm going to talk about where we stayed. We stayed at the Excellence Oyster Bay in Falmouth, Jamaica. We did receive a free transport from the airport to Falmouth. So after we got out of that fiasco of the customs line, we went over to, I think it was like the gate 16. We went to desk 16, and that's where, you know, we just gave them our name. You set up your transfer ahead of time. You let them know when you're landing, so they already have your name on the list. They're already kind of waiting for you and expecting you to get through the airport. So once we got there, we gave them our names. They gave us some water, and they took us to a black car. I don't think I don't think you always get a black card. They have a lot of different cards that they use, but ours was a black card to get to Excellence Oyster Bay, which was really nice. Our driver's name was Dennis, and he was very helpful. He gave us like a mini tour as we were on the way up to the resort, just telling us different facts about Jamaica, which was really nice. And he played like reggae music, and it was just a really nice vibe. Once we arrived to Excellence Oyster Bay, we were greeted with champagne and a cold towel, and they told us welcome home. So it was a very welcoming experience, and everyone was really nice once we got there. And I stayed in a junior suite oceanfront room. I'm going to leave my room tour right here. Very detailed room tour so you can see all the amenities that come with the room. This is the Excellence Oyster Bay, building 3, room 3105. It's a junior suite oceanfront room. This is what the door looks like. Hold on. Now my key don't work. Oh, there we go. Oh, you push in. So you push in. This is what you see the moment you walk in. Okay. Here's the door. So once you walk into the door, there's this closet. It was explained to me that if I have my do not disturb on the, like on this thing right here, and I'll talk about it, that they'll put fresh towels and washcloths and also do my room service. Right in here, you can see that I can open, you can open that door from the outside and they'll put my stuff there. Okay. Moving on to the closet. This is a walk-in closet. The light automatically came on. And as I walk into the walk-in closet, there is a steamer, there's a safe, laundry valet, a umbrella, 2 robes, and then the sleep tight bag has extra pillows and blankets in them, and then obviously the suitcase stand. So as you can see, there is a whole bunch of space in here. There is so much space in here. Okay, so turning around right into the bathroom. We walk into the bathroom, and here is a toilet that has a phone in it in case of emergency. As they explained, a trash can, rolls of tissue, and the door also closes like so. Okay, we're gonna turn around here, and we have a double sink. We have tissue here, and then under this cabinet is a hair dryer, slippers, and a scale. Girl, I don't know why I need a scale. I don't need to be checking my weight on vacation, but you know, let's get with it. Okay, we have a lot of amenities here. We have soap, then we also have shampoo, and I don't know what this brand is. I think they just have it branded. Conditioner, we have shower gel, and then we also have body lotion. There's 3 washcloths here, a vanity pack, which I'm gonna assume is like makeup remover and like, you know, cotton swabs and stuff. They also gave us some Colgate toothpaste, and then what is this? This is a toothbrush. So if you leave your toothbrush and toothpaste at home, trust and believe it's gonna be here. Then we come into this side of the sink. There is all of your extra towels and washcloths here. And there's also a towel stand right here with clean towels on it. It comes with this mirror already sitting here, and clearly there's a mirror here. And now I want to note that you can see straight through the room right here. So I'm looking directly through my room. So there is nothing blocking the kitchen. I don't even think there is a door. There's not even a door for the kitchen. There's not even a door. Not the kitchen. What am I talking about? There is not a door for the bathroom, y'all. They give you champagne upon arrival, and I haven't eaten, so relax. Okay, then we get into the shower. It's a beautiful rain head shower, but as a black woman, I don't know how I feel about that, but there's also this as well. And they provide a soap, and the shower also doesn't close, which is fine. It's not my preferred method of showering, but if the rain shower is right here, right there, I guess that makes sense, so it's fine. Okay, then I walk into the room. There is a huge mirror. This is a huge mirror taking up most of the wall. I have a king size bed for me to sleep on. There is also a telephone, which I was told that I can call to the US and Canada. And then here is the TV. There's 2 TVs in the room. And then we also have what looks like an alarm clock and an iHome stand, maybe. And there's plenty of USB ports. And then they also said that all of the plugs here are universal. So if you're coming from other countries, don't worry. Everything's universal. You can plug your stuff up in here. And again, you can see directly through the bathroom from the bed. Okay. All right, we're coming this way to the full bar. So they provided us with a cab salve, which, baby, I'm a fan of that. And then this looks like rum. Is that rum? I think that's rum. And then also Smirnoff vodka, which I will not be touching that. There is an ice bucket. There is plenty of glassware here, plenty of glassware. And then 2 waters that are available. And I think these are for like tea and water. They also provide coffee, an assortment of teas. So we have chamomile, English breakfast, green tea, and some chips, sugar stirrers and everything. And then we go here to our fully stocked bar that has beer, some cold waters, Coca-Cola Zero, regular Coca-Cola, Sprite, looks like an orange soda back there, tonic water, and ginger ale. And then they also gave me some M&Ms and Snickers as well. So this is fully stocked and it comes with your room. So it's at no additional cost for me to consume anything at this bar area, which I really love. Okay, moving on here. There's a really, really long desk area with a chair and a trash can and a lamp. And also there's another TV here. And then if we get into this area, there is a vanity, which I really like, with a drawer. So I will be setting up my makeup right here. So I really like that. And then turning this way, there is a jacuzzi tub where I can enjoy like the outside. So a full jacuzzi tub. They also included towels and it looks like, oh, shower gel. So my assumption is I can put this shower gel in there and it'd be like a little bubble bath, which I was wondering. So I'm really happy about that. So we're gonna survey this living room area here. Okay, so we have a rocking chair. We have, you know, the couch, and there's a table. And they also left this for me, which I will open this right after this clip. So stay tuned if you want to see what all of this is, because I don't even know what this is myself. And then we're going to come out to this area. Please keep in mind that I ordered a junior suite oceanfront. My only problem with this is not very oceanfront for me. I'm looking at the pool and I really can't see the ocean at all. But whatever, I can see down at suites below me. So these are all the pools at the private suites that have pools, and you can see the pool right here. You can also see the ocean way over yonder. And then if I turn around, there's another like lounge area on the outside, and then like 2 little wooden chairs to sit at on the outside as well. And then if I pan up, you can see the rest of the room. And that is the full tour, y'all, of the Excellence Oyster Bay Junior Suite Oceanfront room. I'll do a pan one more time, just so you can take a look and see what it looks like. It's a beautiful room, and this resort is designed for couples. So if you are looking at coming on a couples trip, this is a perfect room. I'm not even gonna lie to you. All right, guys, and that's the room. Let me open up this really quickly on camera. Now, they did label this as Mr. and Mrs. Halls, which I feel a way about that because I'm by myself. Like, it's not a Mr. and Mrs. It says, there's a whole letter It says, we welcome you warmly to Excellence Oyster Bay Resort. Here we address your every need so you are free to create the moments you dream of and the memories you will have forever. We hope you enjoy your stay with us in all of our facilities. Please rest assured that we will do everything possible to exceed your expectations, and thank you for allowing us to host you. At Excellence Oyster Bay, all-inclusive luxury is more than a label, and excellence is more than a goal. It is who we are every day, every night, for every guest. Should you require any assistance, please do not hesitate to contact your host at extension 3426. Enjoy your stay with us. And it's signed by the general manager. And then I have this. They gave this to us. It doesn't feel like there's anything inside, but I'll open it anyway. But this is just a really nice touch. A little makeup bag. I don't know what you use this for, but this is a beautiful touch. So that's the review, y'all. So as I said before, I did book a junior suite oceanfront room. I'm going to be honest, I don't feel like there are many true oceanfront rooms on this resort at all, unless you are staying in a beach house, or unless you're staying in building 1 on the 3rd floor. That is where the bride stayed, and you saw the ocean clear as day from her room. The first room that I had, as you can see, there was a tree there was a couple of trees in my line of sight, and I couldn't see the ocean. But I did explain my grievance to Michael, who worked at the front desk, who was very, very amazing and accommodating, and he was able to move me to building 5 on the 2nd floor, which gave me a better ocean view. But again, if you are looking for a true walk onto your balcony and see the ocean and nothing else, I don't really feel like there's many rooms on this resort that has that. You will most likely be met with, like, you know, even if you see the ocean clearly, you may see the pool, you're gonna see the restaurants, you're gonna see everything, like you're gonna see the whole resort, and then you're gonna see the ocean behind it. I know that they also offer garden view rooms, they offer partial ocean rooms, but it was just disappointing to have booked an oceanfront room and to just not be able to clearly see the ocean. They were very accommodating. They moved my room and they gave me the Excellence Club as a discrepancy, so I really, really appreciated that. Again, I would like to thank Michael. Thank you so much for being so helpful during that time and to just make sure that I was accommodated and happy. Now, another thing is, I want to stress this, that this is a couples resort. I stayed there for a wedding, and that is what the bride chose for everyone to stay at, but you will mostly see couples on this resort. A lot of the activities are geared toward couples. You know, it's just very, the vibe, that's what the vibes are. Even the way that the room is set up, it just gives you're there with your boo, okay? I would even go to this resort if I was going on a solo trip, but I wouldn't go for like a girls trip or like with a big group of people, because it's just not designed for that. It's simply just not designed for it. So don't think you're gonna come to Excellence Oyster Bay and you're gonna like be turning up and there's gonna be all these parties everywhere. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good time. They have like pool activities, they have artsy activities, they have like workout classes and athletic activities, they even have like entertaining shows every night, and they might have themed parties some nights. But this resort pretty much is shut down and chilling out by at least midnight, maybe 1 a.m. at the latest, because the sports bar does stay open till 1 a.m. But for the most part, you're gonna be chilling out, vibing out with your boo or by yourself by at least 11 p.m. There is a thing called Excellence Club at Excellence Oyster Bay, which is basically you get access to some more bars. You get access to like 2 other restaurants. I believe with Excellence Club you get a free something at the spa. I'm not completely sure, but I'm gonna be totally honest with you, I don't feel like I missed out on much not having Excellence Club. I know that I was upgraded to Excellence Club because of the discrepancy with my room, but I never used it because I didn't really miss it. I feel like if anything, I should have utilized my spa pass. But as far as like the exclusive bars and the exclusive beach access you get and the restaurants, we never tried to go to any other restaurants, but as far as the beach access and the other bars, no one was checking for us. We just walked right up and it was fine. So you literally just don't miss anything when you don't have Excellence Club. You get Excellence Club, I know, if you do the beach house or if you do one of the beachfront rooms. I was able to go inside one of the beach houses or one of the beachfront rooms, and it was very, very nice. It was very nice, but I just don't feel like I missed out on much with not getting Excellence Club. The way that you navigate the resort, everything is done through an app. I think it's a pretty good app. It tells you when the restaurants are open, when the restaurants are closed, restaurants that'll be open later. It tells you the schedule of activities right there in the app. You're able to book extra excursions, your spa. You're able to do everything in the app. So I do think that the app is really, really great. And the Excellence is actually a chain. I know they have like 2 in Mexico and 1 in the Dominican Republic. So it's a really good app that you can utilize with, you know, all of the resorts that they have. Okay, so food and drink. I'll be honest, the food was not bad. The food was not terrible. It wasn't disgusting, but I also don't feel like the food was something to just rave about. It wasn't the best food that I've had in my entire life, which is fine because typically with resort food, that's pretty much what you get. I will say that my favorite restaurants on the resort was Caribbean Groove, Lobster House, and The Grill, like the steakhouse. They did have like an Asian restaurant that had hibachi. That was okay. The breakfast restaurant is good. There's a wide variety at breakfast. Juices, they have all of your different meats. They have an omelet station, and it's really nice to eat breakfast and like look at the ocean, and they have people kind of like serving you and stuff, so that's really nice. And then also room service. I feel like room service was my least favorite food. I feel like with room service, I didn't enjoy pretty much anything that I ever ordered for room service. But the good thing about room service is that it's 24 hours. All the restaurants close, I think, at like 10 or 11, and room service is 24 hours. So if you need something to eat and it's that dire, you can order some, but it just wasn't my favorite thing in the world. The drinks were nice. I feel like a lot of the times we just had like, honestly, rum drinks are the best, obviously because we're in Jamaica, but if you're wanting to get into any other type of drinks, specifically tequila, because that's what I drink, they weren't the best. But I also understand that I was in Jamaica and I should have been drinking rum, and we caught on finally toward the end of the trip. If you wanted any, I will also say that with Excellence Club, you did have access to more top shelf liquors, but at the same time, any other drinks that you may have wanted is in the gift shop. So like your Hennessy, your Patron, your Casamigos, any other, like, we didn't find this out until the very end when we walked through the gift shop, but if you want a specific drink, go look in the gift shop, and 9 times out of 10 it will be available for purchase. Or you could just do the duty free in the airport before you even get to the Excellence Oyster Bay, if you have a hard preference on the type of liquor that you prefer to drink. So I had a lot of rum. I also did a lot of champagne because we were obviously there for a wedding, and champagne is also just readily available. But they have a full bar, anything you want. I feel like it all just depended on which bar that you were going to. Now into just a couple of negatives about Excellence Oyster Bay. Their male staff is very, very, very friendly. You know what? I'm not even gonna call that a negative because it didn't really make me super uncomfortable. Only one situation out of the whole kind of resort, or one man, one worker, kind of made me uncomfortable. But for the most part, they were all really nice, but very like flirtatious and very just friendly. Like, that is what I can say. They're very, very, very friendly. And I don't know if it was because I'm a black woman or if they knew that I was like single, because it wasn't just toward me, it was toward all of my friends that were single on that resort or like wasn't with a couple. So just kind of be mindful of that. But again, it didn't bother me or make me feel uncomfortable. There was only one instance in my whole 5 days with one worker that was just like, you're doing a lot, you have to chill, you know? And my friend actually told the front desk about that. So I'm not gonna get into that. Then also, while we were there, again, I was there for a wedding, and one of the wedding guests, so in that hot tub jacuzzi area, there's wood flooring, and she actually fell through the wood flooring and she really hurt her ankle really bad. And I think what was disappointing about that whole interaction was that Excellence Oyster Bay didn't really have much remorse about it. They didn't offer any type of like compensation, and there was a charge just for the nurse to assess her to see if she was okay. And it was just really sad because you could tell it really ruined her trip. She limped. She was limping like the entire trip. She didn't really attend many of the like events and stuff because she was just in a lot of pain. And then all they really did was offer to move her to another room, but the room was like on the way other side of the resort, like in building 10, so that would have required her, who's already injured, to walk even further just to have her room. And then also before she left, like the day she checked out, they made her sign a whole bunch of papers. To this day, I don't know what the papers are about. I don't know what the papers said. She said she just signed them because she was just ready to get out of there. So that really left a bad taste in a lot of our mouth, because somebody got injured on your property and you basically didn't do anything about it and then made her sign papers. So that's what I'll say about it. Overall, I would go back to Excellence Oyster Bay. I had a really good experience. I probably would go back for a solo trip, or if I was in a couple, I would go back. But I also would want to try some other resorts in Jamaica. But I would rate Excellence Oyster Bay, I would honestly rate it a 8.2 out of 10. It really wasn't bad, and we had a wonderful time, and I was really, really sad to go. Oh, one more thing about Excellence Oyster Bay, because I'm about to kind of transition into excursions. They do have excursions that are free on the resort, like kayaking and paddleboarding, but they also have some available that you can pay for, like parasailing and snorkeling, that are available right there on the resort. If you bring your own snorkeling gear, you can snorkel whenever you want, I mean, to be honest. But I just also wanted to make you aware of that. We also did do the bamboo rafting, which I totally get the hype about bamboo rafting now. It was just a really good experience. Our bamboo raft pilot was named Ernesto. I can't remember his number on the back of the t-shirt, but we went to Brae bamboo rafting, and the water was very green. It wasn't like nasty green, it was like pretty green, but he also said that it looked like that because it had just rained, and he gave us a full experience, and I mean, no notes. It was really, really nice. And we also did go to a nightclub called Taboo, and it was very fun. The last thing I want to talk about is the driver. It is highly recommended that you get a driver to kind of be with you throughout your stay in Jamaica. We had a driver whose name was Everton. I will leave Everton's Instagram and WhatsApp number in the description below. Everton was very, very professional. He also had a fleet of cars, and he also had like his own kind of like staff. So there were times where we would be in 2 separate cars, but we were able to get to where we needed to go. So if you watched Jamaica Vlog Part 2, you saw we were on a really long bus. I think that bus fit like 20 people, but even when we went bamboo rafting, we still had the same driver, and he gave us 2 separate vans, and it was like 8 of us during that time. Your driver is supposed to stay with you the whole time wherever you go, and that is exactly what Everton did. He was with us when we went into Taboo, he was with us when we went bamboo rafting, and he made sure that we got there safely. Don't expect a super safe drive as you're driving around Jamaica, because honestly, I feel like the nature of Caribbean islands generally is that they drive crazy, okay? Like, don't expect to just go on a nice, quaint little ride through Jamaica. But again, I am gonna leave Everton's information down below. We highly suggest him, and from what I'm told, he will drive all across Jamaica. So if you're in Ocho Rios, if you're in the Grill, if you're in Montego Bay, he does not care. He will pull up on you. Please understand that it was at a price. I think for the ride to the bamboo raft, we paid $20 each round trip, and then for the ride when we went out that night, we paid $30 each. So just be expected to kind of pay for your rides if you do go somewhere off of Excellence Oyster Bay or off of any of your resorts. All in all, I really enjoyed Jamaica. I totally understand why people go to Jamaica so many times a year. I totally get why people go back multiple times, because I personally feel like I just might be back because I had such a good time. It also could have been the group of friends that I went with, or just the occasion. But yeah, that is all that I have regarding my trip to Jamaica. If you have any questions about my trip, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or feel free to share your Jamaica experience in the comments below. But be nice and keep it cute, okay? Because I don't play that. So yeah, I will see you all in my next video. If you are loving the travel videos, we have some more of those coming up soon. And follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more cool content. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.